And good Saturday morning to everyone. I'm glad you're along for the ride. Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day as we begin this Saturday, and it looks like it may be a rainy one, so be in store for that. Afternoon showers, I'd say anywhere from 1 to 5. We'll look at the forecast in a minute, break it down, let you know exactly what's headed your way for the weekend. Right now, 55 as you're waking up, and it's going to be another one of those warm days as we wait for high about 72. It's really something wrong when you December and you're saying 75, 72, anywhere along there. Just weird, isn't it? Have mercy. But we'll get to the forecast in a moment and let you know when we might have a little bit of severe weather. All that's up and coming there. How was your evening? Well, there's been a lot going on. I hadn't gone through everything, so we may have some more posts as we dig through the overnight hours of what's going on. One of the breaking stories that we had last night was from the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department as one person was shot. You hate to have to even report anything like this. This was north of Lauderdale, Mississippi is where this happened. Let's pull this up where you can see this. This was going to be on Leroy Naylor Road, which is north of Lauderdale. If you go past Lauderdale on Old Highway 45, this is it. Lauderdale is right back here. This is the Old Highway 45. This is New 45. This road is over here, and it was at the end of Leroy Naylor Road where one person was shot in the leg. They were transported to the hospital. I believe everything's going to be okay, but I have not gotten word from the Sheriff's Department that he's been captured. He may already be captured at this point. I know that he had ran behind the home, and deputies were doing a big search back in here looking for the person of interest who did that. Hopefully he's been captured and has been taken into custody. We hope so at this point. I just haven't spoken to them this morning yet. I got a little behind this morning. Don't sleep till 6:30 on Saturday and think you can put it all together real quick. I couldn't. I'm usually up by 4. I slept late today. But we'll be in touch with them here in just a little bit and get the rest of the story to find out if he's been caught. And deeper into other things that went on last night as we'll look around there. There was a report last night. I want to squash this out because I know it did sound like it, but it was not. There were reports of gunshots near Bonita Lakes. I got several texts from people that were inside the mall that said, I hear gunshots, what's going on? Meridian Police Department responded, and what that ended up being was someone's car backfiring, and it sounded just like gunfire. And they confirmed, without a shadow of a doubt, that it was not gunfire. So a little scary there for a moment, but nothing went on there. So that's the good news of that. So good morning to you there. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching from today. I hope you're having a wonderful morning as we start this. As I said, 54. Headlines around the state. I don't know if you've heard about this yet. Up in North Mississippi, and let me pull this up. A suspected burglar broke into a home. Took several things, broke into several cars, and upon taking one of the things was a game camera that automatically takes pictures like you have at the woods and sends it to your phone. The Crime Stoppers, East Mississippi, let me see here where this is. I've got it on my Facebook page here. Let me pull this up where you can see this. I want to say Crime Stoppers. Here it is right here. This button here. Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi. As you'll look at that, that's a picture of taking a camera inside a home. Got a picture of a face and a cell phone. Again, it's a suspect. They have not been convicted, but Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi and also the Tupelo Police Department would like to speak to this young man. If you've seen that, call 800-773-8477. If you're watching from that area today, get his face. It's out there on my page. You can share that. There's several ways to do that. And criminals hadn't thought about that yet, have they? Those things do go out and share quickly. Shoot it right to a phone there. So that's what's happening this morning on that end of things. Let's scan down and see what else. As we look at we'll get into weather here in just a moment. Let's talk about what's going on. We got several people that are missing in the state of Mississippi. MBI has released several pictures, and let's pull this up so we can take a look at this of these folks that are missing here. This is a civil alert that's been issued from Forest, Mississippi, Scott County. This lady, Miss Glenda Webb, is missing. She's believed to be driving a 2010 Honda Odyssey. If you've seen her, contact MBI. They would love to it. There's a number right there. I'll share these in just a moment on our page so you can get that out. So also, as we got another person from Tylertown, Mississippi, Walthall County, if that's due south of us in the Lauderdale County area. She's described as a white female, 5'4", last seen November 30th and missing. So we hope that she is found also. And one more that was reported last night. This gentleman here, this is going to be from Jasper County, is missing. 5 feet 9 inches, 200 pounds. Last seen on November the 27th. 71-year-old man named Jerry Wayne Robinson of Pachuta. So they're in Jasper County. That county does not match. Jasper County is what they're listening. Maybe it's right there at the county line. So we'll get into that. But if you'd like to know more about that, we'll share that in just a moment so you can spread that around. Hopefully these folks will be found pretty easy. I think most everybody knows the preacher from Texas when I bring up Joel Osteen. They refer to his church as a mega church. A few years back, they reported that 600,000, it was 2014 is when this happened, that the church was robbed of $600,000. This week, a plumber was working on the building and found a stash of cash in the wall when they cut it out to work on the plumbing. They've spoken to Joel Osteen. I don't think they know much more than that at the time, but boy, does that not reek of an inside job? Money hid in the wall, come back and get it a few years later after everything calms down? Who knows? That's strange. But will we know the end of that? We don't know. I'll keep you up to date. That's an interesting story as that develops out of Houston, Texas this weekend. The fugitive parents, and I don't know if you're up to date on this, the kid that shot all the students at the high school, his parents fled, took out $4,000 out of their bank account and ran. They've been arrested, trying to get away. Now they've released their mug shots this morning. And here these two are this morning as we look at their pictures of, that's the dad, James, and that's the mother, Jennifer. They're going to be charged also, several charges against them. Oh boy, what's the world coming to, as we say, as we look at this. Another student, nothing happened in Michigan, not far from where that shooting took place, threatened to shoot up another school. He's been arrested. That's one of the headlines that we're getting out of Michigan this morning. Thank heavens nothing else happened or went wrong. What makes people do this, we don't know. As they initial reports on the young man that done that shooting, they said bullying drove him to that. That's no excuse. More will come out about this student of the arrest over the next couple of days. And also, as we look at crime that happens around the United States, I think especially in the South, we look at district attorneys and people that turn people away, let them out of jail early, or do a serious crime, in our opinion, and slap them on the hand and give them a $25 fine. And then they go back out into society, and lo and behold, we find out, well, they go and commit another crime. And a lot of times this has just been building up to where major crimes, they're not really doing anything to them. Such is the case of this. A gang member in Manhattan is charged in a fatal Manhattan stabbing spree that killed a Columbia student, wounded a tourist, and has been arrested 11 times since 2012 and has been on parole for gang attacks. He's got a rap sheet. That's just the headline of that. There's a lot more serious crimes mixed in with that. But we have judges that just keep turning people loose that do serious crimes. Now, is our prisons overloaded? Yes. Do I know the answer to all of this? No. I'm just passing along the obvious information. We've got problems. Something needs to be worked out about our prison systems and people in there. If they don't know how to commit a crime, when they go to jail, well, they quickly learn from the others that are in there. And when they get out, they're better than when they went in. That's fact. I think everybody can attest to that. It's a rough place there in prison. Does something need to be done? Does the system need to be overhauled? Yes, but you cannot turn people out that are bad. They go out and harm innocent people that have no business being hurt. That's a quick look at headlines across America this morning as we look at our local and national headlines of what's going on. Appreciate everybody joining us. How are y'all doing? Glad to see some folks there. Vinville, Ms. Ann Hall. How are you feeling today? Glad to see you there. Let's go back up here to the top here from Bailey. Let me drag this over. My vision is not what it used to be. Working on that. Kathy Thomas, how are you today? Along with Kim Valking. Watching us from Quitman, Mississippi today. Angie Goodman. Just saw the story, too funny. Also, Tommy Long, good morning from the Stonewall community. Glad to have you along with us. Sharon Johnson, good morning from Meridian. Hope everything's safe in your neighborhood there. Gloria Ming, how are you? Glad to see you today. Joyce Bounds, good morning from Damascus. Sugarlock, we've got Miss Betsy Holly representing the city. Hope y'all are well there as also. Trains still come through as much as it used to? I remember when I was in scuba, it could rattle the windows a quarter mile away from the tracks, and that's just up the road from us where we used to live. Ran through there right by the old, what was that, the Piggly Wiggly back in the day? Maybe it wasn't a pig, but it was a grocery store right there. And it's out of business now, from what I understand. Ms. Angie Godwin, how are you? Thanks for sharing the missing. Always good to keep track of everybody that we have missing there. Ann Hall, how are you? Watching from the Long Creek area there in Vinville. Janelle Emma, I'll read your message in a minute there. That's a long one there, and I'll scan over that and see what you've got to say there. Also, Bud Massey. How are you? Jeanette and Bud Massey, watching from Collinsville. From Philadelphia, Terry Ray and Peggy Simmons. Cooksville, how are you today? We're glad to see each and every one of y'all. Hope y'all feel good and everything's great. As I said, we're sitting at 54 right now. We're going to get a high of about 72, 73 before today is out. It's going to be kind of wet from time to time. We got some thunderstorms coming. Let's go to radar now and take a look at what we've got and what's going to come with a detailed look at the forecast in a moment. As we pull up radar, we're showing all of this yellow and orange that you see on here is fog all across the areas here. As we look at Mississippi, we'll go right here. It was around the Meridian area. We've got southeastern Lauderdale County. Let's turn on locations here and look at this. Southeastern Lauderdale County, beginning about where the Boy Scouts is, going out by Why Not with Ricky Bobby and the gang out at the raceway at Why Not, and also here at Causeyville, right there at the ball field. As we step across that Bama state line, beginning at Cuba, all the way right up through here at Lake Louise, up to University of West Alabama. Now, Gilberttown, y'all have got it a little bit thicker than everyone else. As we go here, that's north there. Butler's where we're at. Butler, Lisbon, Pennington. Gilberttown, y'all have got fog as well, but just a little bit thicker north of you there in Butler, Alabama. As we back out Myrtlewood, y'all have got a lot there also. Let me turn locations off. And you go across here in Alabama, look at this. Montgomery, thick fog all the way up to Pelham on the outskirts of Birmingham. So if you're going through there, going to get it on 59, y'all be careful. As we go down, we got a lot of fog here from Fort Walton Beach over to Panama City, even down to Tallahassee, Florida. Look at this as we get into Florida this morning, down to Ocala, all of these areas. Been through there many times. As we follow the coastline back across Fort Walton Beach, a beautiful area there, and come across Pensacola and into Mississippi, we show that here on Highway 90 there at Pascagoula. Look at all of that fog that we've got. You'll come on across Ocean Springs, still a lot, and when you get to Slidell, Louisiana, right there at the Mississippi line, we've got a lot at Slidell where that big American flag is. You've been through there, you know it. On up to Picayune, a lot of that. And the further west we go, the thicker it gets into Lafayette. It's moved out of, the thicker stuff is moved out of the New Orleans area and is west of there from New Iberia over to Lafayette. Look at that. Lake Charles, if you're traveling 10 this morning, it's going to be thick. And, the city that has no end, Houston, Texas. If you'll go through there this morning, you better be extra careful. I imagine there's been an incident or two there this morning, all the way down to Victoria and Sweeney. We got a lot of fog in those areas. Now, let's look at rain, what we've got here. We've got a little bit out to our west stirring this morning here in Arkansas. It's making its way north Mississippi, seeing a little bit there in the Mississippi Delta from Little Rock, Arkansas. Memphis, y'all are going to get a little bit of this light stuff here in a little bit. A lot of fog just west of there at Fort Smith also. So that's a quick look at radar. Now, we dig deeper into this. We're going to find a sprinkle right here in Noxubee County. Let's look at this here. This is going to be just east of Highway 45. As we dig deeper into this is going to be Sugarlock right here. This is the lumber company. And just east of you, right over here, that's where we've got a little bit of light shower activity this morning as you zoom in on this and take a closer look at what we've got here. This is going to be on Griffin Road, Cutoff Road, and Mahana Road. And that's going to take you out to where the bridge is, those areas there. Also, as we go up here on the western side, Macedonia, we got some showers there. Nothing big, but y'all do have a shower, too. As we look at Louisville, that area there, about to get a sprinkle there at Walmart. A little bit coming through there, and of course you've got some stuff coming from Kosciuszko as we zoom in on this. This is going to be the J&S food store, and again, as I said, this is Lake Teocata, and just west of there, you've got a few showers or two that's going to make its way over to you. Ford area, all the way into there. Nothing big, nothing major at this point, but that's what we've got showing up with showers on radar right now. So let's flip gears and let's get deeper into this and find out what's forecasted, what's going to be coming our way with the forecast here in the next few minutes over the next couple of days, and possibility of some severe weather in Mississippi. We'll look at that. All right, let's switch gears.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we look at this record high and record low of today, it was 2005 that it was warm, 79 on this date. A record low was 1989. I was young and dumb then. Thought I knew it all. It was 20 degrees on this date. I'm sure I had a coat on. As we look at what's going to happen today, let's see here. Afternoon showers is what we're expecting. Our highs are going to reach 72 in Meridian. South of here, warmer weather as we get down to Laurel, 74. Hattiesburg toward the coast, 76. As we go to the southwest of the Meridian area, Natchez, y'all hit 75 as well. Over to Vicksburg, at least 75. As we go north of here, up through Philadelphia and through Louisville, about 71. Mississippi State, y'all will see 70 degrees as we head up toward the state line there from Greenwood to Mississippi Delta toward that Tennessee line. 72-ish is what we'll see there, but expect showers there today. Not as much south of the Meridian area, but we do have rain all through here expected today. As we jump across the state line and go into Alabama, we look at this, and we'll have some thunderstorms as well. Cooler in Alabama the further north you go. We've got 72 in Demopolis. We'll get 71 there in Livingston, Alabama as well. Birmingham, y'all will see 69 as y'all try to figure out where I-65 is. Yeah, I've driven through there too. As we go south, Troy, Alabama, no rain in y'all's area there, in Montgomery as well. Just going to be in the northwestern portion there of Alabama getting showers today. All right, this is the fog that we're expecting through about 9 a.m. We still got, say 30 minutes left on this morning. And south of Meridian is heavier toward the coast is what we show. And this is still showing here fog, quarter-mile visibility in all these areas of Alabama that we looked at on radar. Still thick. Be careful in Alabama. As we look at the chance of possibility of severe weather, that will roll in on Monday is what we're looking at. Anywhere from 6 to 1 p.m. is the timing that we're doing on this. Now, again, this is a couple of days out. We always see this move one way or the other. So this could be moving over closer to us, and this will be Monday, so we'll watch it and tell you more about it as it gets closer there. But right now, the Delta from Vicksburg south down through Natchez and over where the ruins of Windsor is expected the severe weather on Monday. We'll watch it very closely and let you know what becomes of that. All right, as we look at temperature-wise, we've been seeing this front, this move from California out here, slowly across the west and into the Southland. And we've got it now. We've got the heat wave that was way out in California. It's here now, all across Texas, through Mississippi, Louisiana, through Bama and Georgia and the Carolinas and Florida. We've got that heat wave that was over there now. And that's why we're in these 70s and upper 70s right now. Let's look at our breakdown of what we've got for the next 7 days. Let's see here as we pull this up and give you the breakdown. Again, today, a 40% chance is what we'll see, 72 for a high. Tonight, can you believe that? A low of only around 56 when we had 20-degree weather last week. Wow, it just shakes you up there. Now, tonight, we get a slight chance of a shower. It will cut down from 40 to a 20% chance tonight, and that will be after midnight, somewhere between 1 and daybreak, around 5 a.m. That should linger off. And by Sunday, we'll get sunshine moving back into the forecast and hit 75 as you head off to church. A warm day for us tomorrow. Slight chance of rain there at daylight. Now, Monday is the game changer where we start seeing more rain. 80% chance of showers and thunderstorm for us. High 71, so we'll still have that warm weather. The low Monday night as the rain comes down a little bit there, about 43. We'll only get to 58 on Tuesday. See the difference here? How do you think us Mississippians always have colds? Yep, from one to the other extreme. 71 down to 58 on Tuesday as the rain starts to, drizzle down a little bit there. 50% chance. With a low of 50 on Tuesday night, we move across to Wednesday, a little bit warmer, 63, and by Thursday, 66, 68 on Friday, with still slight rain chances in that forecast, as you'll see there. It's not out of the forecast just yet as we move on across there. So we'll watch this. Still, my system, even though the National Weather Service gives us a 40, my system giving that a 50% chance of rain on Wednesday. So we'll watch that. It's going to come up. It'll go down back and forth several times between now and then. But expect rain for a good portion of next week. Now let's jump ahead into December the 18th. We'll look at our forecast. We've got highs, some 50s, and then, we're back right at 70, 69, 68. Look at that. Partly cloudy sky with sunshine most of the time after we get past the 11th there. We've got some scattered showers on the 11th, but we'll have some cloudy skies and not as much rain there. So that's the way it's looking. Angie Godwin said Hawaii getting the snow. And I posted that yesterday, and you just really don't think of Hawaii getting snow, do you? That mountain area there. You never saw Magnum with a jacket, did you? Or Dog the Bounty Hunter? None of those guys. But one of the biggest snowstorms that Hawaii has ever gotten going on this weekend. We'll share some more pictures of that. So what's deer hunting going to do today? This is a big weekend for everybody to hit the bushes and find out. Our best time today to hunt is going to be from about 1 p.m. until 3 this afternoon. So if you're believing that midday hunt, today is your day. It's best today. It's a great day to hit the woods, it says. As we look at the wind, to be calm wind becoming southwest around 5 miles an hour by late afternoon. That'll be a good one for you to hit the bushes there. Good morning to Arlene Chu watching us this morning. Glad you're here. Also, Kathy Spence joins us from Decatur. And also Angie, Stephen, Wanda McKinnon joins us there. Donna Hawkins. Peggy Simmons, how are you? Cooksville, we love seeing y'all. That's a quick look at the forecast and some headlines that we had. We'll stay on top of everything throughout the day and report the news as it happens so that you'll know first. If you happen to bump into something, send us an inbox. Let us know so we can dig into it and share it with everybody else. If you see something, if there's something that goes on in your neck of the woods, no matter where you're watching from, we'd like to know about it. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this. We'd like to welcome the Rock House Gun and Pawn joining us as a sponsor. Thank y'all. We appreciate that. One of our fine sponsors that's come on board with us. Appreciate that a whole bunch. We'll tell you more about their deals and what they've got coming up next week. All right, we'll be back with more, I'm sure, because we are early into Saturday and the day is just beginning. Have a wonderful day, most of all, and thank you so much for being a part of this. We can't do it. We're coming up on our second anniversary in February. Tell you more about that also. Thanks so much. I'll be back, I'm sure, and thanks so much for being a part of this here. It's Scotty Ray's Weather and some headlines.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by